Good morning. It is the beginning of December and we've had a very stormy start to the year, and I am here at Deception Pass State Park, and today I am going to be doing Rosario Head to Lighthouse Point. This is kind of exploring the network of trails here along the coast at Deception Pass. I'm going to be exploring this network of trails along here. It's going to be beautiful coastal stormy ocean views, which I'm very excited for since the mountains are kind of too tumultuous right now. Gonna be getting out into the mountains next week, but today is exploring the windy coast. Let's get going. All right, well, this is the top of Rosario Head, the first high point, and it's got these beautiful rocky cliffs and so many views of these little islands that serve as bird habitats. It's stunning. Oh my goodness, I love these cliffs. It's such a wild, craggy shoreline. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be scrambling around on some rock again. And I'll show you my favorite tree. This is one of my favorite trees in the entire state because it's just got so much character. And then I'll finish the Rosario Head loop and head on over to Lighthouse Point. But first, the tree. So now that I've come off of Rosario Head, I'm gonna head over to Lighthouse Point, which is the main event really. So this here is Rosario Head, and that there is Lighthouse Point. It's about a mile or so. It's a pretty short day today, like 3.5 miles total, but should be getting some more beautiful coastal views and a lot more wind. So behind me is Bowman Bay, and this is the halfway point between Rosario Head and Lighthouse Point, and it's even clearing up a little bit behind me, and I can see some of the Olympics. You can see those mountains in the distance. Those are the Olympics. And that there is Lighthouse Point, and I believe that is Deception Island out there. So making progress. Now I'm gonna head on over to the trail to connect up to Lighthouse Point. I'm excited because I haven't been there yet. I've been to Rosario Head before, but not Lighthouse Point, so all new stuff from here on out. I am now on the spit of land between the mainland and Lighthouse Point, and I'm walking on seaweed on and off. This is a very low point. I imagine in like super high tide, this is probably mostly covered underwater, but we're good, and gonna be on Lighthouse Point soon, and then get to do the loop there. So behind me is the small mound that is Lighthouse Point, and the tide is low enough that I can actually go over and explore. I wasn't sure if the tide was going to be low enough to cross this, but it is. So I'm going to scramble up this, and we're actually going to see the proper Lighthouse Point. So the trail ends over there, and that's fine, but across this part, and this is the part where if it's high tide you don't want to be here, and then you have to scramble up the rocks here. And now I get to properly explore this. Gonna do it quickly so that I don't get caught by the tide, but is something really special about just having the wind coming off the ocean and just blasting you in the face. Oh my gosh, just cold, frigid air coming off these rocky shores is, oh my gosh, it is good. It is really good. I love this. This is so much fun. So there is Rosario Head where we started, and you can even see my favorite tree still. Oh man, it is just such a cool looking tree. And also these little rocks here, I was going to point this out, a lot of the rocks along here at Deception Pass and up into the San Juan Islands, they're part of the San Juan's National Monument here. It's our third most recently established national monument in Washington, and the reason it's a national monument is was designated to protect the shorebird habitats, and getting to see some of them. So guess I visited all three national monuments in Washington. Alright, so I'm coming off of Lighthouse Point, and now I'm gonna head back on over to Rosario Head. It's not too far away, it's just about a mile. Should be a beautiful and, as you can see, windy return. Alright, well, I made it back Rosario Head to Lighthouse Point, and that was so much fun. There is something really, I just absolutely love these rocky shores with just crazy wind. There's just something so refreshing about it. Had to stay low this week because the mountains are stormy and chaotic, but this next week I should be able to get back out into some snow and some trouble. Weather and Abby forecast cooperating. But I did want to clarify something. So what I scrambled onto was Little Lighthouse Point, and then there is the main Lighthouse Point, which I showed in the footage, and I'll put it again here now. And that's the one that has this notorious scramble and has the current lighthouse on it. And as you can see, there was like the tide was too high to even cross. So I'm definitely going to be back because I'm getting onto that little island and I'm going to see that lighthouse. But I need to come back on a day when the tide is going to be low enough, and on a day when it's probably dry enough for that scramble to be even remotely doable. We'll see about that scramble. I got to look at it, and it looks a little intimidating, but I think it's possible. So we'll definitely be returning to Lighthouse Point. But I love Deception Pass. It is It's one of the best state parks in the state. It's beautiful, and the trails here are all really accessible and really easy, and there's so many beautiful viewpoints. I just had so much fun just exploring and taking my time and going to all the little viewpoints and stuff. And these are classic Washington State beaches. Rocky, rugged, no sand. Anyway, that is going to do it for this adventure at Deception Pass. Thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.